We're going to start off at the back edge of our mat. Let's start with our feet about shoulder hip distance apart, taking an easy rock between the toes and the heels. I'm going to add some easy shoulder rolls, just kind of waking up everything, getting ready to move, ready to work. You can add some wrist and forearms, little rotations, flexion, extensions if you'd like. I'm going to settle in. I want to find the balance between my toes and my heels. And I'm just kind of walking through those knees, making sure I'm not locked out. I want to stand tall with my shoulders back, and I'm going to draw my belly button to my spine. We're going to start off with some nice full breath cycles. So with your hands easy by your side, string lifting out of the top of your head. We'll take a big inhale. The rib cage expands, and an exhale, the rib cage contracts. So we'll just take this moment to draw our focus to our breath, inhaling deeply, expanding through the ribs, and exhaling, fully contracting through that rib cage. We're going to keep the belly button drawn to the spine, so we want to think about this navel to spine connection, and it shouldn't impede our ability to take those full deep breath cycles. Now, I also want to think a little deeper and think about really engaging my pelvic floor. So drawing and lifting up, shoulders stay back and down. Now on your next inhale, we'll take that nice full breath, and on your exhale, we're going to round forward. I'm going to sink through my knees and reach for the floor. I'm going to let my knees turn open and drop my hips toward my heels. So supporting in your fingers if you need that little bit of assistance here. I want to keep my back nice and tall down in this crouching position. And if you'd like, you can bring your hands off the floor for a little balance. I'm going to set my fingers down and unfold. Fingers stay on the floor, and I'm going to pedal through my legs. Take a moment here. Think about this tightness in the back of the legs, the hips, the glutes, and with each of these little pedals, maybe releasing a little deeper into your stretch. Now, I'm just going to take a couple more of these little lower to a crouch and lift to a fold. Let the head relax forward. I'm going to do that again. So leaning into your hands as you come down to crouch. You can add a little balance if you'd like, and unfold. Let's get one more, please. Sinking into your crouching position, and bring the hands to balance if you'd like. Hands to the floor, and we'll take that forward fold. I'm going to settle my feet to the floor. I'm going to soften my knees, slide my hands up, and unfold. One vertebra at a time. Coming up to stand tall. Take a big inhale, arms reach. I'm going to squeeze my glutes and lean back just a bit. Press the hands open and hinge forward. I'm going to lead with my heart. And you can bring your hands to your thighs, to your shins, or down to the floor. I want to try to keep a relatively straight, long back, so it doesn't have to be super low. Now, go ahead and round forward. Fingertips touch the floor. The head relaxes forward. You can shake your head no a couple of times if you'd like. I'm going to soften my knees, slide my hands up, and unfold. One vertebra at a time. Scooping that belly in, shoulders back. One more time on that fold, guys. I'm going to take a big inhale. Squeeze the glutes. Reach this back. Hinge forward. And I'm taking a little swan dive. I'm going to lead with my heart. And let's stop about halfway. Float your hands into the small of your back and continue your fold. My knees are a little bit soft. I'm going to take this forward fold and interlace. I'm going to lift my knuckles. You can lift and lower. Now you can pedal through those legs if you'd like. Let's take one really big press, knuckles to ceiling. I'm going to straighten my legs, fold forward, and rest the hands in the small of your back. Let's go ahead and slide the hands forward to meet the floor. And let's go ahead and take our little walk from here. We're just gonna settle the fingers into the floor and ease out into your downward facing dog. So take your time, and once you're here, situate your feet, situate those hands, and press into your downward facing dog. Now I want to think about distributing the weight through the fingers, all the way through the hands, so I'm not load bearing in my wrists. And I want to press my chest in the direction of my feet. I'm going to draw my belly button to my spine, keeping that strong connection. And I'm going to take both heels up and down, lift and lower. Now, as I sink my heels to the floor, I want to think about pressing my chest in the direction of my feet with each one of these. Just a little deeper press. Exhaling into that fold. And one more, guys. Big press and hold. Trying to get those heels down. Working into this down dog. Now, if you need a little bit of a knee bend here as you press into this upper body, that's an option for you as well. I'm going to round my back, scoop my belly, and shift forward into my plank. I'm just going to kind of situate my feet here a little bit, and I want to make sure that my shoulders are stacked over my wrists. Now I'm going to keep my belly button drawn tight and keep the glutes squeezed very strong. We're going to take one more big inhale, exhale. And on the exhale, go ahead and lower to the floor really slow, all the way down. I'm going to extend my legs and just slide my hands forward. I'm going to come up and into my elbows and lengthen through the top of the head. I want to draw my shoulder blades down and scoop my belly away from the mat. Lower with control, slide the hands back, and we'll press back into our child's pose. Take your time, really allow yourself to sink. Coming into your tabletop position, hands and knees, spread the weight through the fingers, and we'll take our scapular protraction or retraction right here. So I want to think about this lengthened spine, not string out the top of the head. I want to think about reaching out through the top of the head, shoulder blades down and back. And we're going to just lower the ribs. So think about pressing your chest toward the floor and then pushing away. So as I press my chest to the floor, I want that squeeze in my upper middle back and then separate the scapula. So it's a lower and press. And as I do this, I'm not creating any additional curve of my back. So I want to keep this squeeze, lower and lift. So it's not like I'm doing my cat and cow motion. So I want to keep my spine relatively neutral as I lower and lift and lower and lift. Let's get one more. Press and hold. Now turn your toes. Let's take a big inhale, and on your exhale, press, lift up, and into your downward facing dog. Take a moment, pedal through those legs. I'm going to bring my left foot more to center. Right foot is going to extend, and I'm just going to give the top of my foot and my toes a quick little stretch before I reach this leg up and down. Lift and lower. Spread the weight through your hands and think about that squeeze through the back of the leg and the glutes. Lift and lower. Let's get one more. Now I'm going to lift and hold, bend the knee, and rotate the hip open. You can look under that right arm. Bring it in for a knee hover, and then take that leg up for three-legged dog. Knee hover, and up. Knee hover, and up, guys. One more. Knee hover. Now, shift the foot to the inside and bring yourself down into your pigeon. So take your time, allow yourself to situate into this position, and you can turn the fists into the floor to give those wrists a little break. Now from here, lengthen through the top of the head. The shoulder blades are down. So if you're a little more forward, you can continue this and think about lifting, or walk your hands back a little closer to your hips and press up a little taller. Now, if you can, I'd like you to bring your back foot in. So try to take a couple of little lift and lower, see how that feels. And if you can, I'm going to have you reach back, same hand, same foot, and help that foot in. If you're not here today, just go back into your pigeon, hang out for a moment. If you are here, work on pressing this heel toward your bottom. Just give it a nice little stretch through the quadriceps, top of the thigh. At the same time, this hip flexor is still working for us. All right, guys. I'm going to release the foot with control, turn back to my mat, open your hands, and we're going to press to lift up and come into our downward facing dog. So finding the position for you, we're going to set up for that little three-legged dog. I'm going to extend my left leg, and I'm just going to give the top of my foot a quick little stretch. So turning the toes under, lengthening through the top of the foot. From here, let's lift and lower. Lift and lower. Nice and long through that leg, pressing your chest toward your feet. Scoop that belly in. Now let's get one more. Lift and hold, bend the knee, and rotate. And look under that arm. I'm going to shift forward for a little knee hover and drive that leg up, three-legged dog. Moving at your own pace, bring it in and up. Scoop that belly and press. Knee in and up. Let's get one more, guys. Knee in and up. Turn it to the inside and settle in to your pigeon. Working on that tall posture, turning this into my fists. And I want to think about lengthening through this back leg, really opening through my hip flexors. Shoulders are down and back. Now, if your hands are a little further forward, that's okay. Keep your posture tall. If you can, walk them in a little closer and press. Scooping the belly in tight, lifting through the top of the head. All right, let's go ahead and place the hands back on the floor. Turn your back toes under, press up and into a plank. So holding it here, nice and long, through the top of the head. Let's lower with control, nice and slow. So just as we did earlier before those little three-legged dogs, I'm just going to slide my hands forward, coming up into that little back bend. So still in a little bit of a back extension mode here. Lifting and bring it down. Bring the hands a little lower or a little closer to your shoulders. We're going to inhale, and on the exhale, draw this up into your swan, lengthening through the top of the head. The abdominals are drawn in tight, and I do want to engage my glutes. So I'm not just relaxed through the back of the legs. Shoulders are nice and low. We're going to bring this down with control. Now from here, we're just going to add a quick little leg pulse. I'm going to start with my right foot. So it's going to be a point, flex, lift, and lower. So I'm just lifting the kneecap lightly off the floor. Left foot, point, flex, lift, and lower. Let's do that again. Right foot, point, flex, lift, lower. Left foot, point, flex, lift, and lower. Taking your swan, bringing this up nice and slow, lengthening. Scoop the belly, squeeze the glutes. Lower with control. Right foot, point, flex, lift, lower. Left foot, point, flex, lift, lower. Right, point, flex, lift, lower. Last side, point, flex, lift, and lower. Let's do that little set one more time, please. Draw the shoulder blades down your back, lifting into your swan, nice and tall. scapular depression. Squeezing the shoulder blades down your back, belly button drawn in tight. Lower with control. Right foot, point, flex, lift, and lower. Left foot, point, flex, lift, lower. Right foot, point, flex, lift, lower. Left foot, point, flex, lift, and lower. Take your time, press back to your child's pose. Give yourself a little stretch. Give those triceps a little release as well. You can come in, rotate through the wrists and forearms. And then I'm just going to bring this up for a quick little tricep stretch. Lifting the arms up. I'm going to drop my right arm for an easy little stretch. Back of the arm. Take an inhale up. And exhale down. All right, let's go ahead and shift our hips around. And we're going to start with our half roll back. Then we're going to go into our roll up. We're also going to incorporate our roll over today. So that one is a little more intense. So we'll work up to that. We're going to start off here with our feet about shoulder hip distance. And I want to sit up really tall. Reaching out like you're holding a ball. Let's inhale. On your exhale, take your half roll back. Scoop your belly and reach through those hands. One leg comes up. Other leg comes up. You can always add this little bit of assistance, this little hold behind the knees if you need that. Keep breathing, keep reaching. Shoulders are down. Let's inhale. And on the exhale, the feet come down, we stretch forward. Reach and sit up tall. We'll inhale, exhale, half roll back, one leg up, other leg up. And this time, alternately extend right, then left. So I want to engage my quadriceps, extend right and left. Scoop that belly, right and left. I'm going to reach my hands up and get 2 more sets of these. Right and left. One more. Right and left. I'm going to take both feet up, squeeze those inner thighs, squeeze those quads. Inhale. Exhale down, reaching through those hands and sit up tall. All right, so let's take our next half roll back. We're going to add some of that little rotation, that little chop side to side. We're going to inhale, exhale, half roll back. One leg comes up, other leg comes up. This time I want my knees and feet together. I'm going to bring my hands to center, turn right, extend right, and left. And right and left. Let's look over that back shoulder. Right and left. Let's get one more each side. Right and left. I'm going to bring both feet up. Squeeze. Cross your ankles. Come on down for an easy little stretch forward. Bringing this up nice and tall. I'm going to extend my legs. And just give yourself a little moment to kind of settle in. And for me, I like to kind of bring some of the extra out. So we're going to sit up tall, shoulder blades down your back. We're just going to start with a little forward lean. So not a fold. I'm going to keep my back nice and tall as I take this lean. And it's not that far. If you need a soft bend in your knees, you can do that. If you need to grab a block or a pillow for your hips just for this little exercise, you can do that as well. So I'm leaning forward, trying to keep my back really tall. So if I think about projecting my heart across the room rather than down into my legs, that helps me envision that long, straight spine. My feet are flexed, and I'm lengthened through the top of the head. The shoulders are down. And with each of these exhales, let's see if we can ease just a bit deeper. Still with the straight back, straight as you can. Belly button drawn in, taking that lean. Now, go ahead and take your forward fold and reach. We're going to sit up tall. We're going to take the heels together. I'm going to slightly turn those toes out to the corner, so just a little external rotation. We're going to squeeze through the back of the legs, reach through the arms, And we're gonna lay this down, one vertebra at a time. The arms are gonna float back, but I don't wanna pop my rib cage. So I'm gonna think about this rib to hip connection, keeping everything really solid and strong. We're gonna take a roll up now. So squeeze those legs, please. We're going to inhale, reach, exhale, peel, coming up, out, and over. Taking your forward fold. Sit up tall on an inhale, and then exhale down with control. The arms float back. We inhale, exhale. Think about keeping those legs really heavy. They're going to try to lift off the floor with you and sliding it down one vertebra at a time. Now my feet keep trying to separate. I'm going to try to keep them together. Inhale, exhale, reaching out, long forward fold, flex feet, sit up tall, and take it down. Feet go into a point. Let's get two more, guys. Inhale, exhale, and reach into your forward fold. Sit up tall, take it down, and last one here, guys. We're gonna inhale, exhale, squeeze those legs, reach into your fold. Sit up tall and take it down. Squeezing those legs, arms float back. Let's go ahead and move back onto your mat if you traveled like I did. We're gonna walk the knees into the chest. So that move was the roll up. The partner move is the roll over. And this is one that's a little more advanced, a little more of a challenge. And if you don't have a lot of flexibility in the back of the legs, I'm gonna suggest maybe that you support your hands in the small of your back. Also, so this is a lot of that forward fold that we were doing, but now the legs are over. Now, as we come into this position with the legs reaching overhead, it's technically an inversion. So with the pressure on our shoulders and neck, try to avoid looking side to side. So if you want to watch for the first bit, just to make sure what I'm talking about, and I'll talk you through it. I'd rather you skip the first one, watch, rather than leaning your head as your legs are over. All right, so we're gonna start off just by bringing the knees into the chest. So we're going into this rounded back. The feet are gonna be coming over our head. I'm gonna extend my legs nice and long. I'm gonna think about this stretch through the back of the thigh. You can add some point and flex. Now, from here, I'm going to lift my hips. So I'm just gonna pick it up and bring my hands into the small of my back for support. So from here, just take a moment, allow yourself to just stretch in this position. It's not the most comfortable, I know. I'm gonna open my legs, remove my hands, and come down super slow. Shoulders really wanna come with you. We wanna try to fight that, keep them down. All right, so if you would like to join me, feet come together, and we're gonna come up and over. You can bring the hands into the small of the back or reach them out on the floor, just offering a little bit of balance and support here. Now I'm reaching my feet in the direction of the floor. They might touch, they might not. Open the legs about shoulder distance and then walk it down, scoop that belly, trying to resist gravity. Gravity's not our friend on this one. Take this out, feet together. We're gonna come up and over, reaching the feet in the direction of the floor. I'm going to open and bring it down. Now for me, personally, I like to have my arms over the top of my head. It keeps me from wanting to peel my shoulders off the floor, and it offers little to no support for the up and over. We're going to bring the feet together. I'm going to bring this up and over, reaching toward the floor, scoop the belly, open and lower with control. Strong, strong core, lowering nice and easy. All right, let's get one more this direction. Feet come together, up, over, reach. Open and down with control, really resisting gravity. All right, so we're gonna keep with this, but we're gonna just reverse the position of the legs. So I'm gonna keep the legs open. I'm gonna start with a point. We're gonna come up and over. You might be able to touch the floor. Feet together, flex, and down. Scooping the belly, and take this out. Point, open, up, over, reach. Feet together, flex, and down with control. Really fighting to keep my shoulders down on that one. And point, open, up, over, reach. Trying to keep the legs as straight as we can. Feet together, flex, and come on down. Let's get one more, guys. Really slow and controlled. We're gonna point the toes and open, up, over, reach. Feet together, flex. Lower with control. Take them all the way to the floor. And walk one knee in, other knee in. Take a little break. Little side to side, little back massage. All right, guys, so we're gonna go into our ab series. I'm gonna bring this into a forward flexion. I keep the right leg, extend the left. We're gonna inhale on the right, exhale on the left. Inhale, exhale, long and strong. Inhale, exhale. Two more, each side. And I'm gonna bring both knees in, take a quick little break, flexion, extension, neck rotation, and then we're gonna come right back up for our double leg stretch. Reach the hands to the ankles, arms and legs extend, arms circle, knees float in. And reach and circle, and reach and circle. Big reach. Now we're gonna add on 3 little heel crosses. So hold it here. 3, 2, 1. Float it in. Reach it out. 3, 2, 1. Float it in. Reach it out. 3, 2, 1. Float it in. Let's get one more. Reach and hold. 3, 2, 1. Knees float in, head and shoulders down. Take a little neck rotation, foot flexion, extension if you need that. All right, we're gonna go into our straight legs. And we've already done quite a bit of stretch for the back of the thighs, so we might be pretty good, but we're gonna grab just a quick little stretch on each side. I'm gonna bring this into forward flexion. I'm gonna extend my right leg and let my left leg reach down to the floor. Now from here, I'm just gonna take an easy bend and extend, little nerve glide, opening up through the back of the knee. And hold it here. Let's make a quick switch, other side. So right leg's gonna go down and the left knee is gonna just bend and extend. I wanna think about this length through the back of that leg. And let's get one more. Extend and hold. Now I'm gonna hover this leg off of the floor, my right leg off the floor, and we're gonna take a little switch, and taking it, alternating legs, little pulse, pulse. Inhale on one side, exhale on the other. One more each side, guys. Inhale, exhale, both knees in, and take a little release. Neck rotation, foot flexion, extension, ankle rotation if you need that. All right, so next up is our double straight leg stretch. We are going to stack the knees over the hips. So I want to think about this 90-degree angle. So I like to start in a modified position first. I'm going to bring the hands behind the head just for a bit of support. I'm going to dip the toes and back to tabletop. So keeping that 90-degree angle, stacking my knees over my hips. You can stick with this, or take it to your double straight, heels together, toes turned out. We lower and we lift. And you don't have to go as low as I'm going. Take it out 45 degrees until you feel that real challenge. And if it pops your low back off of the floor or gives you any pain, maybe don't go quite as far. And inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. One more. And bring those knees into the chest. Lower with control. Take a quick little release. I believe I got the breath cues reversed on that, but as long as you are not holding your breath, that is really important. All right, so we're going to take our crisscross, so alternating shoulder toward the knee. Some people try to bring their elbows in. Try not to cheat your obliques out of that extra little twist. Keep the elbows nice and wide. That's why I like to cue shoulder across. I'm going to take one hand on top of the other, back of the hands against the forehead. Bring yourself into forward flexion. Keep your right leg, extend your left. We're going to cross shoulder toward knee and switch. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale right, exhale left. Think about the reach through the foot and reach and inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Two more each side. And reach, last time, inhale and exhale, both knees float in, head down, and take a little break. All right, from here, I'm just going to scoot to the one side of my mat and rotate onto my side. So I'm gonna start on my left side. You can start on either, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna extend my legs out and anchor this bottom leg. So we're going to go into a little leg series here. Now you can reach out this bottom arm. You can rest your ear on your arm or bring your hand just below your head to prop yourself up. So from here, keeping the hips stacked, we want to avoid this rocking forward and back. So I want to keep the hips stacked. I want to keep my bottom leg somewhat active. So I like to kind of anchor my foot into the floor. I'm going to lift my top leg, flex the foot, kick, forward pulse, point back, and squeeze the glutes. So just about to alignment. So kick, forward pulse, point back, and squeeze. This top arm can come forward and help give you a little bit of support. So if you feel like you're kind of rocking and rolling here, use that hand for support. If you don't need that, bring your hand to your hips maybe. Or you can even bring it behind your head. And kick, forward pulse, point back and squeeze. Two more. Kick, forward pulse, point back and squeeze. Last one. Kick, forward pulse, point back and squeeze. I'm going to hover my top leg and take some little circles. So just stir that leg forward. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Reverse. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now externally rotate. So I'm going to bring my heels together and turn my toes out in that little V. I'm going to point to my knee, point up, and flex down. So it's a point, point, and flex. Point, point, and flex. Point, point, and flex it down. Let's get one more this direction. Now I'm going to point my toe, kick up, point to the knee, flex foot out. Kick up, point down, and flex. One more, guys. Now keep your top foot in this externally rotated flexed position. Tap 3 little heels to the front and 3 to the back. So these are our hot potatoes. And 3, 2, 1, and 3, 2, 1. Scoop that belly, guys. Now, the next time we beat in front, I'm going to bring it up here more in front of my hips. So 3, 2, 1, a little bigger. 3, 2, 1. Bring it over. 3, 2, 1, and over. 3, 2, 1. One more, guys. 3, 2, 1. And bring this leg up and hold. I'm going to move my bottom leg underneath. This leg is going to stay right where it is. I'm going to bring my arm in front just for a little support. Bring that bottom leg up to tap, tap, tap. Squeeze. Here's 4, 3, 2, and hold. Both legs down and up, down and up, down and up. Squeeze, squeeze. Let's get 2 more. Squeeze, squeeze. Bring those knees in. Take that top leg over and give it a little stretch. We're going to flip around to the other side. So setting yourself up. I like to set myself up on the back edge of my mat so if my feet can reach out and touch the mat, I have that option. All right, so bottom leg is anchored into the floor, anchored into the mat. So if you're just kind of laying here, taking it easy, keep this bottom leg working for you. We're going to take this top leg over, hover the hip, flex the foot. Top arm comes over for support if you need that. Kick, forward pulse, point back, and squeeze. So just about to alignment, squeeze the glutes. And kick, forward pulse, point back, and squeeze. Try to keep those hips stacked and really strong here. So if they feel like they're kind of wobbling forward and back, you might need a little extra assistance here. Maybe don't kick quite as big. And kick, forward pulse, point back, and squeeze. 2 more. Kick, forward pulse, point back, and squeeze. Last one. Kick, forward pulse, point back, and squeeze. We're going to hover that top leg and stir. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now externally rotate, so a little bit of a turnout here. I'm going to point, point, and flex down. Point, point, and flex. Point, point, and flex. Nice and long through that leg, and point, point, and flex. Let's get 1 more this direction and reverse. So point the toe, kick up, point down, flex that foot out. So kick, point, flex. Kick, point, flex. 2 more. And hold the foot in that flexed, externally rotated position. 3 beats to the front, 3 to the back. And heel, 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 heel. Now, next time we take that beat to the front, bring it up in front of your hips. And it's a little bigger lift and over. Come on, 3, 2, 1. And 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Let's get this last one. Now, 3, 2, 1. Bring that top leg up, hold it there. Bottom leg moves right below. This leg's gonna stay in place. Bottom leg comes up to meet. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Come on, guys, a little more. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up and hold. Both legs, lower, lift, lift, lift. Really strong, lift. 2 more, lift. Last one, lift. Bend those knees. Take that top leg over for a little stretch. And let's bring this up. Everybody nice and tall. Let me turn off my timer. Let's lean this back. And we're just going to take a little windshield wiper. So I'm actually going to bring my feet a little further apart. And we're going to take this side to side. Giving those hips a little stretch, a little break. Now you can stay back in your hands or bring this up and take the arms out in front of you. And feel free to move the feet a little bit. This one might make you travel some. Now this time, when I come to my right, I'm going to take my left hand over my right knee and twist and look toward the back of the room. And bring it around to the other side. Right hand, left knee, twist and look. And just continue with that little side to side, little 90-90. Let's get one more right. One more left. All right, let's go ahead and shift over to the right. And so I'm just going to keep my left leg right behind front knee. My right knee is in a little bit of that pigeon pose. And we're going to take this lean forward. I'm going to feel that stretch through my hips. You can come down into your forearms or reach those hands out. Now, if you'd like, you can even stretch this back leg back a little bit. And I'm going to bring this up, and we're going to switch it to the other side. So setting this up, got this back leg just hanging out, front leg, more of a pigeon, and we're going to take that lean. Leaning into your hands, leaning into your forearms, reaching out. You can extend this back leg if you'd like. And I'm going to bring this up. We're going to bring the feet into this crouching position underneath. So just shift your weight forward into the ball of your foot, settling your weight into your heels. I'm going to take a moment here and bring my hands up to my knees or thighs. And we're just going to focus on some balance, a little bit of foot and ankle stability here. Shoulders are down your back. I'm going to bring my fingertips to the floor and unfold, bringing my feet apart just a little bit here. Bringing yourself into this forward fold. You can bend and straighten if you'd like. Now I'm just going to walk my feet out a little further. I'm going to slide my hands up, and I'm going to bring my hands just kind of to the inside, top of my knee, kind of the inside of the knee. And I'm going to add a little twist and twist. Take your look out over that back shoulder. Press and hold. Another side, press and hold. Back to center, fingers down. I'm just going to heel toe in. Taking your forward fold, relaxing through the neck, giving yourself a little shake of the head. Soften your knees. Slide your hands up. Let's unfold one vertebra at a time, drawing that belly button in, coming to stand tall at the top. A big inhale, arms lift. And exhale, shoulders down, palms open. Thank you guys very much. Have a wonderful week, wonderful day. Thanks for joining me.